Hey everyone, Scott JUA, of course, Crucible Custom Props, Norfolk's Live in all the forms. So this is the Relby V10. I don't know, I get really confused when people use the technical names for them. I usually call them blasters by the character. So this is the Bossk blaster, also seen in The Mandalorian. But this one is special because this one is made from a real Webley Schermuly riot gun and real M38 scopes. So these are the, of course, the later versions with the separated feet and the front bell where it's not part of the front foot. The more common M38 or M40s that were on the E11s had the front bell where it was kind of merged in with the front foot. But these are the ones that are screen accurate for the Bossk blaster. These are pretty rare, super rare as far as in collectors' hands, but they are in use by police forces, military forces throughout the world, mostly third world countries and stuff like that. In fact, my wife was working in Peru a few years ago and had a picture of a police officer with one. She sent me this picture. She didn't think anything of it, and I saw it. I said, "Oh my God, I need that." But they're pretty scarce here in the States. And pretty far hard to come by in other countries as well. Marcus is before this. Marcus was the only person I know who had ever acquired a real one. That's OD172 on the RPF. His blaster collection kind of pales, makes everyone else's pale in comparison. Anyway, someone recently found a stash of these and put them up for sale on the dented helmet and the RPF, and I've had 2 of these come through my house to build for people. This is the second one. I didn't do a video of the first one. I just didn't even think about it. I was so busy. I got it sent out, but I figured I better do it on this one because it's a really rare piece. Now, this is the Empire Strikes Back screen used version now this is Art Andrews did the file for this, and he put it up on the dented helmet, and I had Trooper Trent print this out. We had to scale it up a little bit from Art's file, because Art's file was for Marcus's cast replica, which has a aluminum tube cast into the front to make it more strong, make it stronger. And it was just a little bit too small for the real deal. So I had to we scaled it up appropriately and got it to work out just perfect. And so this being a real one, I don't know if I can actuate the breech lock. I might be able to. There we go. So it is a smooth bore. It isn't a firearm, so it doesn't require an FFL to transfer. It is perfectly legal. It shoots bean bags or gas or whatever else. I don't know what they fire with it, but for crowd control. But anyway, pretty cool. It would shoot something, but really it doesn't do anything. It's just a display piece. But it's very cool because Bossk is one of my favorite background characters, and to see this in real life is very, very cool. Now, I have another one here. This one is screen accurate to The Mandalorian. And why is that? Let me put that one down. This one is Marcus's cast version. He offered these as a run. He might still offer them as a run. Cast versions where, they're cast from his original, and other than a little bit of weight difference, they are identical in every dimension, aspect there. It's super cool. This is a very cool replica. And in fact, they used this on The Mandalorian for the filming of the one episode. I think you might see it in more than one episode, but it gets used in one episode in particular where the village is being attacked by an ATST and a Scout Walker, and also some bad guys. And one of the villagers uses this. You can see her use it in the background. But best of both worlds. In my house right now, I have a screen accurate Bossk blaster and a screen accurate Mandalorian blaster. Now this one came from Art, owner of the RPF. When he got a hold of a real one, I figured, next best thing. So Very, very cool. Everything is cast. It looks, if you didn't know it was resin, you wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, it is, I don't know who finished it, if Art finished it or Marcus finished it, but it was excellent. Even the scopes, they're kind of cast with some kind of weird clear resin where they're not clear to see through, but then light shines through them and you can kind of look into them. That's pretty neat. But anyway, so there you go. Bossk Blaster and Mandalorian Blaster.